Okay, so I have all of my extra supplies in that cabinet that I just showed you, but I have my bag change supplies in a basket here, and it needs a little bit of organization because, as you can see, I just kind of have things thrown in here and I need to kind of restock some of these. So let's go ahead and do that together. I'm going to kind of talk through and share what products that I'm currently using, and that's kind of what I like to have this little basket for, is because this is everything that I need all in one little change, and then the rest of my supplies can just be up in the cupboard there. So starting off here, we've got these little gauze sheets. These are really good for cleaning off your skin or your stoma. I also like to kind of like cover it whenever I'm doing a bag change, so in case it's going to go ahead and start producing output, it keeps it a little bit cleaner. So these are really nice. They're super soft. I just get them on Amazon. I think they're this Pro Heal brand. Like, look at how big this is. So plenty of space to clean up any sort of messes. Oh, you can also too, you can like wet them. Sometimes I'll run a little water underneath them and then just kind of like clean my skin that way underneath where the bag was. All right, then we have trash bags. So these will come with your box of ostomy supplies. I have one left here, I see. And you know what's crazy is there's never the same amount of trash bags as there are ostomy bags in the box. I don't know what that's about. I heard someone say that it's because you can fit 2 ostomy bags in each trash bag, but I'm not gonna like hang on to this until my next bag change, you know? So whatever. All right, in my little daily, I call it a daily change, but I don't change my bag every day. Typically, I try to stretch it as long as possible because the supplies are expensive, but I typically will do about 3 to 5 days now. I used to try to stretch it to like 5 to 7 days between bag changes, unless of course I have a leak or any other issue with my skin, then I will change it sooner. So right now I'm using this Coloplast Sensor Mio bag right now. It's a convex, it's actually a deep, let me look it up, hold on. Oh yeah, so this is the bag that I'm using currently. It's the Deep Convex Ostomy Pouch, one piece. The number is 16756. So I don't know if that's gonna like focus on this or whatever, but as you can see, there we go. So Sensor Mio, it's the Deep Convex, and I found this has been really helpful for me to prevent leaks right around my stoma. When I was kind of in between after pregnancy and getting my like new normal body back, I was trying to figure out like what style bag would be best for me. I used the Flex bags, which is like the one with the star-shaped flange. That worked really good towards the end of my pregnancy. I think I started using them in the middle of my pregnancy. I posted a video about it, but it worked really good when my belly was more rounded and it just adhered better. And I continued to use that even after I gave birth, once I started kind of slimming back down. And then I had a lot more leaks because it just wasn't a snug enough fit right around my stoma. So and I don't even know if that was a thing. I think it was trying to like contour out so much, but my belly didn't really go that way anymore. So I had somebody suggest this, actually a couple people suggested this on one of my videos, that I should try the Deep Convex, and that has been a game changer for me. So thank you so much for suggesting that, because this has really helped me. Now, what I love about the Coloplast bags is that I love the color. First of all, it's gray. It has this little like window peak, so you don't have to like guess what's going on underneath with your stoma. You can just peek and make sure everything's good in there. There are some bags that are totally clear all the way through, and I don't like those ones for me because I don't want to look at it all the time, you know? I can see their purpose, especially in the hospital setting, but for me, every day, I like it to be concealed like this. And this fabric, for whatever reason, when I had tried the Hollister bags, it's more of a fabricy feel, and I feel like that took a long time to dry. So whenever I take a bath, shower, swim, it took forever for it to dry. This is a super fast drying material. I don't know why I'm going in depth about this one, but whatever. This is the bag that I use right now, is the one piece. Now, I found it was a lot easier when I was first starting with ostomy bag changes to do 2 pieces, and basically the one piece just means that this is already put together for you. So the 2 pieces would be the flange is separate, and then the bag goes on after. So when you're first starting off with ostomies, it is easier to have it a 2-piece one, because you can put the flange on, make sure like that looks all good, and then put the bag on over top of it. So I need to refill. I only have 1 bag in here. Whenever I'm doing a bag change, I try to have at least 2 or 3 bags, because sometimes things happen and you either cut like your hole too big and you can't make up for it, or like something happens and then it's not usable. So I like to have extras just in case. So let's go ahead and take a couple from our box here. I'm just gonna set that to the side and I'll just grab 2 or 3. And I think, okay, so I have, let's see, each box comes with 10, so I still have quite a few in here. Whenever it gets down to this point though, I'm like, I should reorder because I don't want to get too low. Every box is gonna come with a little, you know, info packet. It'll come with trash bags and then a measuring stoma guide is what it's called. So you can measure your stoma each time and see how big it is, and then you'll know what, you know, measurement to cut your bag. And then this thing too, like once, if your size doesn't fluctuate so much, which it did right after surgery for me, and then after a few months it seemed to be about the same size. So now to make bag changes quicker, I just go ahead and cut it to the size that I usually am. But of course our bodies change and sometimes the stoma size can change as well. During pregnancy my stoma did grow, so I was usually about between this size and this size, and then my bag grew to about, I think it was here, or my stoma grew to about here or in between these two. So it did go back down. Now I am back to between these two sizes. So anyway, this is a helpful little guide if you need to measure. I usually have one in my everyday bag change box. All right, then of course, stoma scissors. This is really good for cutting the bag. I like that it's the angled. I actually literally just looked up ostomy scissors and this is what popped up. So those work good. When you're removing your bag, adhesive medical remover. Medical adhesive remover. It's focusing on me and not the product. Here we go. Let's see. This stuff is so good. This is the spray version. They do also have in little packets where you can, you know, use like a wipe to kind of get the stickiness off, but I like this. I feel like it really helps to remove the bag easily without damaging my skin. This stuff is really amazing. It's just like a couple spritzes and then it helps. I just kind of like guide the bag off of my skin. Okay, so then I have no sting barrier film. Now this is really helpful for me because I found that with a lot of different flange adhesives, you know, what actually sticks to your skin, my skin is very sensitive to, and sometimes I'll have sort of like a hive breakout reaction to it, and it's really extremely itchy. So Hollister bags, I just say that I'm allergic to because it is an extreme reaction. These ones I don't react to as much, and it kind of varies throughout the year. I don't know what is going on with that or what, but I always spray the no sting barrier film. This also comes in a wipe form too, but I prefer the spray, and I just spray it all over my skin. And if I have any broken skin around my stoma, I always put powder on, which I don't have any powder in my little basket here because I know I used the last of it with my last bag change. So let me grab one of those. Everything that I use most often, I always try to have an extra backup on hand. So if I know that I'm using one in my everyday bin, I always make sure to purchase another one to have it on hand for whenever I run out of the other one. So this is stoma powder. This lasts me so long. So this one is kind of okay to reorder once you get down to about a quarter of it, you know, and it works really good too because you only need a little bit and you just kind of squirt it on wherever you're having any like open skin, open wound, bleeding, all of that. And that just helps to kind of create a band-aid. Remember like liquid bandages where it was kind of like you'd paint it over your cut and it would become a band-aid? That's essentially what this combination does so that your bag can stick to it. Because if you have an open skin area where you have like bleeding happening right around your stoma, your bag's not going to be able to stick to anything that's wet, any surface that's wet. So you do want to make sure that it's dried up with the powder. So we're going to restock that, put that in my bin. And then of course, oh, okay. So back to when I was talking about the adhesive remover spray, I do have adhesive remover wipes as well. I like the Brava ones. I used to use one that was like Sensicare or something like that. I don't know that they make that anymore because it's been hard for me to find. I just have one of these cute little containers that I just pop those in. And so I'm gonna go ahead and refill this because we need more. I usually use at least 1 per bag change, sometimes 2 or 3, and I use it to really clean up any extra sticky residue that's right around my stoma. So the spray, I use both. The spray helps to get my bag off of my skin, and then I use the wipe directly on my skin, right around my stoma, to get anything that's like the sticky adhesive residue. So let's go ahead and fill this up because I know for my bag change today I'm gonna need more. Let's grab more. Okay, so here we go. You get 30 pieces in a box. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up. Ooh, it's brand new. That's exciting. Okay, all right, so let's just grab a handful and then fill up our little container just like that. All right, then I have in here ostomy barrier rings. These are really good to go around your stoma. I've been going back and forth between using the ostomy barrier ring and using the stoma adhesive paste. I am so grateful that a couple of you have mentioned this in my previous videos. Whenever I was having a lot of leaking, I was like, how the heck do I get it to stop, you know? And yeah, you guys were really helpful with suggesting this product here, and I love this. I just, you know, it looks kind of like a thick, gluey paste. After cutting the hole to whatever size I need the flange to be, then I use like a thin amount and I just kind of coat the inside of it, and that gets right up snug next to my stoma, and I feel like it just fills in any little gaps. Wherever I have any like broken skin or anything like that, it really just fills in all the gaps, and then I found that it really has helped improve my skin. To not have as many leaks, which is really exciting. So this is what I love about the online community that we have built here, is that we are helping each other. You know that I'm not a professional here or whatever. I'm just a patient going right along with it with you, and I'm so grateful whenever you offer any tips or suggestions. We can learn from each other here. It's so great. All right, then the last couple items that I have in here is a mirror. So I usually have that so I can check the underside of my stoma. I usually have like a big mirror as well whenever I'm doing a change. I want to see what I'm doing, because if I look straight down, I can't see underneath the stoma, and that's usually where I have a lot of the irritated skin. So I always look to check and make sure that I've got the powder off as much as possible, and you know, really good. All right, and then lastly, we've got some barrier strips. Now I have a couple different sizes, so let me show you. Okay, so when I was pregnant, I was using these bigger strips because of course I had more surface area to cover. And then these were the ones that I was using before. So they are a size difference. The bigger ones are the XL version. But I love these because I feel like they really do extend the wear time of my bag, especially in the summertime when I'm going to be swimming more or showering or bathing. Let me just show you. So around the edges, sometimes, and I don't know if this one's really doing it now, but sometimes the edges will start to lift, and if you get like wetness on there, sometimes it can start to peel back before you're ready. And I like to put these strips over it because then that helps to get a better seal, especially if you know you're going to be in and out of the water a lot. That helps to just make it so that you can, you know, make your bag last a lot longer. So I just have I typically would probably reach for this size now. As you can see, I think it covers plenty of space, but I have so many of these from when I was pregnant. My friend Alan actually sent me a bunch of extras that he had, and I'm so grateful for that because my insurance, I have really bad insurance right now, and it doesn't cover any ostomy supplies at all, so I have to purchase everything out of pocket. And so I was really grateful that he was able to send me these. So thank you, Alan. I know you watch these too. They work really good because they cover a lot more area, and they really make sure that it keeps like the edges nice and adhered to your skin. All right, let's button that back up. Okay, so now that I've taken everything out, we're gonna go ahead and organize the bin how I usually like it to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this container of the stoma barrier rings, and then we've got our cute little container of the wipes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the gauze wipes. We're gonna tuck them in right here. Look at that, looks so nice. And then I'm gonna fold up the bags just in half like this. We've got, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3 of them, just like this. And we're just gonna tuck them in. And then I just keep this whole container in here. you know what, I'm just gonna take like 6 of them, because that's all I really would need, you know? So we'll just tuck those behind the gauze. We'll tuck our scissor either like right there. I want to make sure it's like easy to see. And now I've got a nice little cubby hole here for our adhesive remover spray, stoma powder, get in there, the no sting barrier film, and then our stoma adhesive paste. I was like, what is that called? And of course the mirror, I'm just gonna kind of tuck in there, and then garbage bags. Okay, that looks a whole lot better. This is everything that we need for an ostomy bag change. Your supplies might look a little bit different. I know I've gone through different phases of using different supplies. Sometimes I've used more supplies than this, but I've really tried to narrow it down and get it down to just the few essential products that I really use all the time and what I really feel like I need. So this is what I like to use for mine. I'd love to see what you use for yours. So if you make a video like this, let me know, tag me in it, or just come back here, comment, let me know, and I'd love to come and watch because I love organization videos and I just feel like it's so fun to see what kind of products everybody else uses. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was helpful, and please like and subscribe. That really helps my channel grow, and thank you for watching. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.